Alright, welcome in. We're going to play a little bit of The Last of Us Part 2. This will be Part 8 of it. I want to talk about a day that we're not really prepared or in the mood for streaming, but or signing up for a stream, but here's what we do anyway. It's been a busy day. So, today we got naturalized, which means we became a citizen of the US just today. So it's been a fantastic day. It's been a great day. Actually, let's change the name of the stream to that. Why don't we do that? Where will we go for that? So we'll go here. We'll go video. Nope. Creative dashboard. Isn't that creative dashboard? Channel. And what will we say? Today we're legal. Today, no more green cards. Yeah, let's change that. Instead of doing like a follower goal. Today what would we say? US citizen. Always reminds me of like trying to spell the word citizens. That movie, The Departed. Idiot spells the envelope wrong, and that's how he figures out. How about we say we became. Today we became a US citizen. Doc is now. Wait, Doc is now legal in the US. Well, we're always legal, just not a citizen. There's a difference. All right, let's put that, and then we'll refresh it. Good enough, I think. Where are we at then? You guys see the Elden Ring trailer that dropped? So we'll go here. Nope. Oh my god. This is why this is primarily why I'm a Mac user, is just the lack of intuitiveness. Is that a word? Intuitiveness or user friendliness? Of the Windows interface. Yeah, it's not even what I want to do. So
Look at these humans, just walking past a chance to save nearly $750.
no, I don't want ads. No, I want ads. That's what it was saying. Who? see if we can find the trailer. So for the Bandai Namco one. That'd be
His powers are exceptional. He's the key to my newest creation.
Comes a 6th episode of that.
You think you can take my power? Big mistake. Huge.
huge. All right. Turn it down a little bit because the music in it was obnoxious. Closed captions unavailable. So this is the first one. Right? Yeah, it is.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Earth Tree faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so
It's an
busy
interesting
of light?
bat, serpent, dragon, cross guy. So this is the one that sort of previewed all the kind of classes. Not, you know, not all the classes, but talked about some of the new stuff, move sets, and how you get some of the Crucible Knight skills.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of restless flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
So I thought that was interesting. Let's see if we can get the actual official
The hedgehog.
new channel. New channel. New trailer up. New channel. New channel. New trailer up. So we're looking for the official Bandai Namco one. There's the Asmongold Reacts. Looking for the official Bandai Namco one. There's the Asmongold Reacts. Let's volume this down a bit. Alright, story trailer.
He's 16.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal.
People saying that's like a god skin, and that this is based in the Shadowlands, where where the lore said that Marika becomes a god. So this is effectively her becoming a god. And from the god skin, does she take, like, you know, the seed of the Earth Tree, basically, or the soul of the god, and make the Earth Tree and herself become a god? I think is the discussion.
An affair from which gold arose.
So we're to think that that's either her, or there's people saying that this might actually be Mikula, but we don't entirely know. I mean, is that a lat, or is that the hint of, you know, a female breast there? And there's the whole Radagon Marika being the same person thing, to where it's deliberately androgynous anyway, so you're not supposed to know.
And so too was Shadow.
And this, so like stack of bodies, like if you go down into the catacombs or into like deep root depths, the roots of the Earth Tree are basically bodies. And is this her creating the Earth Tree, and these are the initial roots of it, or something like that? Or this is a primordial version of the Earth Tree, where it's just a stack of bodies, and she turns it. Because effectively, in the Earth Tree, just like when you play Elden Ring and you get killed and you go back and get your runes, it's just like a little sort of sapling in the middle of the field that you go pick up. And that's basically the souls that you've dropped. So the Earth Tree itself is just a collection of the souls that have come before. Do you know what I'm saying? So the Earth Tree is just basically a big dropped pile of runes. Seems to make sense to me anyway.
Were born. What followed was a war unseen. One that could never be put to song.
And that's like, I mean, that's almost like, not quite the Night of the Black Knives, but it's obviously somebody important that has been skewered on the steps. It seems to be familiar though. I don't think it's Godwyn, because Godwyn was the Night of the Black Knives.
A purge without grace or honor.
So this is the Mesmer guy, with the sort of snakes and the either the bat wing or the dragon wing, whatever, the guy that sort of commentating at first. I don't know if he's calling Marika mother or not. And I don't know if this is the capital or if it's a different area. Maybe it's like an old area in Caelid before it was rotted. I've seen these enemies, and I'm not sure what the lore behind these are. Obviously, it kind of reminds me of those, like lion spirits, like Sorosh that's on Godric. Godfrey, sorry, not Godric. I don't know if these are just, so there's bodies on these spears. So this guy is supposed to be famous for being an impaler, impaling all these bodies on these spears. I don't know if this is just a standard or if these are sort of more spiritual beings. Hey, that guy. Welcome in. Yeah, we're just kind of looking at some Elden Ring stuff before we play for a little bit. Thanks for dropping in.
And so kindly Miquella would abandon everything.
So I'm guessing this is like Miquella's Great Rune shape. And before he was obviously just alluded to, and he was in the Mogwin Palace as the cocoon, and all you really seen was the arm falling out. And then when you fight Melania, you see the tree version of him, and he's supposed to be this sort of divine, pure entity. So I don't know if he's going to become something that you fight in this. Yep, that guy, we're doing good. We're doing great. So let's say today we just, it's been a busy day, so we're just having a kind of chill stream today. So we had our citizenship ceremony today, so we're officially fully legal, you know, eligible for jury duty, eligible to vote. What's the other thing you're able to do as a citizen that you can't do as a green card holder? Vote, jury duty. Oh yeah, not get fingered at the airport by coming down the different line. So hope you're doing good today. So anyway, what I was saying is, like, I don't know if he's going to go from being this sort of mythical, pure, ethereal person to being something that has snapped and has decided that the hell with this, we're going to fight everything that already exists or that exists right now. Basically, is he going to be a boss that you fight?
His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate.
Okay, so his blinding strength, which might mean he's like one of the strongest enemies that we've faced yet. So he might even be, we've seen this Mesmer guy, and it kind of looks like he's going to be the lead bad guy in it, but we don't know, are we going to fight Miquella, and is he going to be even more sort of godlike than what Melania is or was before we beat her?
But we are not deterred. We choose to follow.
It's very sort of Christian Muslim bound. It's a very much like a symbol of unity when you look at it. You know, there's a Christian cross, and then there's the crescent moon of Islam. I don't know if this is deliberate or not, but it's, you know, is this something that's supposed to bring the world together, and that's a sort of, you know what I mean, like a hidden message from Miyazaki, who's probably Taoist or something like that. $6.21. Get your pre-orders in. So let's see what they break down here. Ads are great.
Alright, what's going on, guys? The new story trailer for Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree has just gone live, and this is an absolutely beautiful look into the new lore that we'll be knowing and the background of the setting for the DLC. And there is so much packed into this 3-minute trailer, and if you're not really familiarized, it may be very hard to make out what's going on here. So I'm going to do my best to break down literally everything we can see.
See what other people think, and we'll piggyback on that.
And if you're excited for this DLC, then be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe so you're entirely up to date and ready to go into the Land of Shadow. So I'm going to let the trailer play through one time for those of you that haven't seen it yet. It's about 3 minutes long.
So talking about this Land of Shadow, I'm not even sure where we access that. If it's going to be like a sending gate, or if it's going to be, you know, like how the crater's made, or the like the Shifra or the Ansel river wells or something. So I don't know if he's gonna watch it just like we did and then go through it. Talk about this betrayal. Like, so Marika wasn't a god, maybe she was some sort of god's concubine, and she basically stole the power of a god. That's where the betrayal came from. So this is Mesmer the Impaler, so he's obviously impaled somebody, but we don't know who that is. That's just like the leader of one of these cities. Or if this is in the Land of Shadow. And is this like the birth of the Erdtree, or is this the sort of death of the, or is this where the Haligtree is? Okay, so he's just going through the trailer itself. Let's skip. See what we're gonna do. Yeah, it's like a godskin vagina, basically. He's pulling something out of. So the bracelet's the same as Marika's, basically. Queen America. What we need to understand about Queen Marika is she's a treacherous bitch. That's really what it is. Old man and a pregnant woman. Huh. Skin corpses. I guess I didn't really pick out the detail of that. I mean, the godskin thing has been floated, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing that you could say. Like, the godskin nobles used to flay people. Yeah, it is. It's like a rune arc. Reaper of Fear 007. Welcome in. Tina's first time chat with the raid, coming in on the raid. Welcome in. Let's say hi to everybody here for a second. Oh, if we can. All right, welcome in, guys. I'm Docfire, and we are having a little bit of a different stream tonight. We are going to be doing. Let's see if I can get the chat up here so I can see it at the same time. Yeah, so we're going to be doing, we're going to be playing a little bit The Last of Us Part 2, but it's turned into just an Elden Ring DLC. Let's look at the trailers and see what everybody else is doing. Squishy, first time chat, welcome in. Thanks for coming in, appreciate you being here. Placid, first time chat. Squishy, Reaper of Fear, Tina's, thanks for being in here. Too Twisted. What's everybody doing tonight? Everybody having a good night? As you guys can probably see from the title of the stream, it was first time playthrough of Last of Us Part 2, but today we became a US citizen for the first time. We are no longer just a green card holder. We are now officially an American. You believe that? Today is the first day being an American. $3,000 tournament scrims. What's that? Thanks, Reaper. I appreciate it. You're suffering. What are you suffering from? From L's in Fortnite or something, or a hangover, or you're actually ill, which I would not like to hear. What's going on? Nasty, what's going on? Welcome in. You asked what's up. That's what I'm doing. All right. League of Legends. League of Legends. How's that game? You enjoy that? I mean, I see trailers for that all the time. Bean juice. So we're going to have to do, instead of actual coffee, we've got like a sort of an electrolyte. I don't know if you can see the color of that. It's sort of pinkish. Sort of like an electrolyte drink. It's been a long day. And where I am, it's 10 p.m. So drink the bean juice. I've never played Fortnite either. You did that, Reaper? You did the world's hottest gummy bear? Man. Nasty, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, League of Legends. So, are you saying that League of Legends is a shooter? I thought League of Legends is like an RPG or something like that. Or are you saying Fortnite's just a shooter? And that's all I know about Fortnite anyway. It's that third person shooter deal that everybody plays. And I'm almost kind of bitter about it. You know? You did it twice. Was that like a channel redeem or something like that? Jeez. Like, how hot is it? Is it like a habanero type hot, or is it like ghost pepper, like getting into Carolina sort of Reaper type stuff? How hot is it? Squishy, I'm going to take a second bean juice redeem just because it's, like I said, I'm kind of cheating you a little bit just by not taking coffee because I got to go to bed after this. This is normally my 4-day, which is like we do 24 hours on, 24 hours off for 3 shifts, and then we're off for 4 days. But I'm working a trade for a guy tomorrow, and then somebody else is working for me. Like my first day on would be Saturday, but the wife and I are going to watch a football game, a soccer game on Saturday morning. So I'm getting the day off to go watch that. What? Reaper, you're saying it's $10 million Scoville units. 10 million. You did one a bit ago, and another tonight was a sub goal. Brilliant. Hey, congratulations. You know, I mean, it's one of those things, is like, I feel sorry for you, but I don't, because, well, number one, it's a sub goal, which means you met your goal, so congratulations there. You know, and at the same time, it's like, these are the things that it's like making deals with the devil, isn't it? You go, it's bargaining. If I get this, then I'll do this. It's like, if I just make this, if you just let this happen, I'll be a nicer human being. Or if you just let this happen, I'll be kinder to my family or something like that. I'll be less of a dick at work. It's like, if I get this sub goal, I'll eat this lightning hot gummy bear. So it's like bargaining, isn't it? So congratulations on meeting your sub goal. 10 million Scovilles though. Placid, how's so Placid, tell me about League of Legends. Like, you pick like a certain character class, like a mage class or a warrior class or something like that? Is that kind of how League of Legends works? He was burning. Man, I've got to check out the VOD on that and see it. I'd imagine it's on YouTube, but or Twitch, but if it's on YouTube as well, let me know. You nice at work? Nah, it doesn't happen. You know, I'm the same. It's like, I feel like that all my nice, because all I do is deal with people. All I do is deal with sick people, dying people, injured people, stupid people in my day job, and then in my sort of side business as well. And then obviously I'm online, and I do really try to be the nicest person that I can be as a general rule, but you know how it is when you're dealing with people. You get peopled out, is the expression, right? So I'm just peopled out, and my wife's the same as well. As like, you know, you sit and she does like Zoom meetings and stuff all day, and then you're just done. I just want to sit in a room and not talk to people, and that's kind of how today was. Like, I was in a room with 250 other permanent residents that were becoming US citizens that day, and we were like sardined into a community college auditorium, and we got there. They told us to get there at 8:30 in the morning, and my wife, being the wonderful organized person that she is, reads into it that we'll have to get there 30 minutes early. So we show up at 8 o'clock. So I get checked in and all that, and there's a big line. Obviously there's a ton of people there, but the guests don't have to be there until the ceremony starts at 10 o'clock. But so my wife and my son were just sort of sitting around, and they went away and got coffee to Panera and stuff like that, and then came back and sat. And then the ceremony started, but I was in the middle of a row in the auditorium, just not able to move. Like, half of it was like, I'm too polite to move, and I was wearing a kilt as well, so I was wearing like traditional Scottish like kilt dress. I didn't have like the jacket and the waistcoat and everything on, but I wanted to be somewhat traditional, you know. As a last rebellion to becoming an American, you wear, you know, your traditional garb from home. But I was just being polite, and I basically sat there in the same seat for 2.5 hours. And thank God I had my phone. I could sit and read like sports and scroll on Facebook and all that a little bit. But my God, it was a long day. But at the time I was out of there, long story short, I was just peopled out. So the wife and I came home. We went for lunch and all that for a little bit, and then came home and then just sat. She took a nap, and I just lay on the couch and sort of scrolled a little bit. And then we went outside and sat in our chairs in the sun. It was a beautiful day today. So yeah, and I've been ready for bed for the last like 3 hours, but here we are. This is what we do though. We sign up, we support each other, and we support the raid trains and whatnot. So Reaper, yeah, I'm a fireman. So I work as a fireman for one of the local departments, and I'm a medic as well. And on the side, my side business is a chiropractic office, so I do that on the side. So I'm always dealing with people. It's been an interesting week this week at the fire department. We had a guy come in. We ran a cardiac arrest, and we managed to get the guy back, which is actually a fairly rare thing. Like if you watch like TV shows and all that, getting somebody back from cardiac arrest is not a very common thing. So, and if you do get them back, their chances of sort of ongoing survival after that are fairly small, or the quality of life is certainly diminished. So anyway, we go in there, we get this guy back, and he wants to have like a meet and greet with his rescuers. So him and his wife came in, and he wrote, and it was very nice. Like I usually don't sort of go in for that, but it was nice. Him and his wife came in, and they talked about what it meant to them, and getting a second chance and all that. So that it was pretty cool, and you rarely get that. But that was in the morning or around lunchtime. So it was Monday. So we did usual truck checks and stuff like that, and then we did. Was it Monday? I'm getting my days mixed up. Anyway. So the guy come in, talked to us, and then later, because it's EMS week, later in the afternoon, our admin staff, our chief staff and all that were making dinner for us. So we got ran through our admin offices, and they cooked us wings and, you know, fries, and they had like donut holes, like the sort of little Timbits and stuff that they have. So it was nice. It was really nice, but it's just a lot of logistical stuff to and fro, and at the same time you're having to do your regular job. There's still 911 calls. You still got to go deal with people. So anyway, after that day, usually I go to my chiropractic office as soon as I get off shift at 8 o'clock in the morning. So we work from 8 in the morning, 24 hours to 8 o'clock the next morning, and then I'll go straight to my office after that, and I'll spend maybe 3 or 4 hours there. And again, it's just people, and I love my clients, I love my patients and all that, but after it, I'm just like, God, I just need to sit in a dark, quiet room. But then, of course, I come home, my wife works from home. So she's at home by herself all day. So when I get home, she meets me at the dog like a fucking golden retriever. Like, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? How you doing? You been? I missed you. I've missed you. Did you miss me? And of course I missed her and all that, but I'm just like, oh my God. Oh my God. So then you got to do that, and then you get finally rewarded with 15 to 20 minutes of peace and quiet before you got to go and do the house chores. And we've had termites as well here, so I've been doing my own DIY termite treatment. So instead they quoted us something like $4,500 to do a termite treatment on the house, and I'm like, fuck that, I can do that myself. So YouTube being the best friend, YouTube videos, buy the chemicals, buy the PPE, and like we'll do it ourselves. And it cost about like 1/5 of the cost of what they quoted us. And that's including like all the tools and all the chemicals and all the PPE and stuff like that. So I was like to the wife, I was like, let's try it. And if it works, great, we'll save money. And if not, we'll hold our hands up and go, we couldn't do it. So Ryozuki, how's it going? First time chat, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Hey Shannon, thanks for the hype. You're a former Reaper, you're a former firefighter. Went to leave after a call. I tried to return but couldn't. Reaper, I think you and I spoke maybe about a year ago about this. Like, you had a bad call, and you, because of what happened, like the PTSD from that, like you weren't able to go back. I think I remember us having a sort of conversation about that. So hey, I mean, thanks for what you did and all that. And like I say, it's your mental health and your health in general come first. So I have personally known guys that have had something happen, like they've maybe been on a call to where a civilian got injured, or a firefighter got injured, or there was a line of duty death or something, and afterwards they were just like, not for me, not anymore. And I completely respect that. So OG Nasty, thank you for what you do. I mean, it's the old sort, it's just a job, you know, just doing my job. It's a cool job, it really is. It doesn't it's not as glamorous as they make it out to be on the TV, but it has some really cool perks to it. So yeah. Reaper, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much for being here for the year and 3 months. Like I say, I'm pretty sure you and I had a conversation about this in the past. So I hope you're doing all right for that, and from that, and I hope you're healing and getting on better from it. Yeah. So that's been our day. So all right. What do you say we play a little bit? No. Hey, no. We were watching this thing. So I'm trying to see what this breakdown of this Shadow of the Earth Tree. Oh, there's more of me. We don't want that. The Shadow of the Earth Tree freaking DLC thing. Here we go. Did I do it? Did I do it right? I am from Scotland, Jock. Is that Jock or it's Jack? I wasn't trying to be racist there. Jack, yes, I'm originally from Scotland. Right. Yeah, it's one of those things, Reaper, is like, you don't know, you like who how do I know you? Is it from the Discord? Is it from this guy's chat? Are we a mutual friend of this guy? I think that's the beauty of it all, right? So I don't know who this is, but got like some sort of decorative helmet or whatever here. Getting all such. Yeah, I platinumed Elden Ring myself, but the last time I played it, and I haven't streamed it yet. I played it before I got into streaming. I was too chicken. To stream it. I was like, oh, no, I'm not, because it was my first. Honestly, it was my first Souls game. So I'd never played Bloodborne or Dark Souls or anything like that. So honestly, when I played Elden Ring, I didn't even know the controls. But by the time I got through it, I'm like, it's too late to start streaming it now. And I didn't want to restart it. But in preparation for the DLC, I do want to do an Elden Ring stream. So this is the Mesmer guy who if I'm assuming right, he's like another demigod son of Marika and Radagon, and he's got some sort of snake theme here. So I don't know if he's got close ties to Rykard. He's maybe like Rykard's twin brother or something like that, with the serpent analogy, or maybe I'm way off there, but it seems to make sense. I don't know if anybody else has put that together or not. Platinum, getting old sucks. I plan on streaming the boss cleanup on my Friday train stream. What do you mean boss cleanup, Jack? As in, like, you're just going to go through like the big, like, remembrance bosses, or you're going to do like a 165 all bosses in the game sort of playthrough. Or are you creating a character to prepare for the DLC? I see a lot of people doing that, like they're trying to get their new build in preparation and get their stats allocated to what they think the DLC is going to be. Like if it's going to be more weighted towards arcane stuff or something like that. You think they're triplets with Mikola and Millennia? That's a good shout. Shades, welcome in. Thanks for being here. You just plan on just going from boss to boss? You're going to do like a one region at a time? Like, I see some people break it down to where they have oh my god, I'm having a brain fart here. Limgrave, Jesus. They have like all of Limgrave and the Weeping Peninsula as region 1, and they have like Liurnia and is region 2, Caelid is 3, Altus Plateau is 4, Mountaintops of the Giants and all that is 5, and then Far Missoula is 6, for example. And so you basically don't move on to the next region until you've beat every boss and played through every major dungeon, you know, the tunnels, the caves, the catacombs and stuff in each area before moving on to the next. Is that region locks? Is that actually a thing? Is that actually what they call it? So I didn't know if it was like it would basically be like getting a map. Like you go to the map stones and get a map, and you don't cross over into the shaded area that isn't lit up by the map until you've beaten everybody in that map, right? Is that a thing? Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So he could well be a Millennia Mikola triplet. So he's obviously the Impaler. That's his thing. He likes to skewer people like chicken satay or kebabs or something like that. Alright, this as well. So is this the sort of primordial Erd tree, or is this like an older tree, like a different tree, like what the Halig tree was, that was usurped by the Erd tree? Because there's a sort of element of bleeding about it, and it looks to be sort of older on one side, but then again it could be the sapling, you know, of the Erd tree itself. You're in New Game Plus and plan on bringing that file into the DLC, but rush the second run through. So you've got lots of bosses to go back and beat. So do you play on PC? So because I play on PC, Mac, and PS5, but my Elden Ring is just PS5. I don't really have a powerful enough PC to play and stream on the same unit. My wife, who's a data scientist, has a monster of a computer, but I'm not allowed to use it for playing video games because I get in trouble for fucking it up. She would actually not mind about it, but it's one of those things, like, she deals with a lot of big data, and I would hate for something that I did online, do something stupid on there, be on like a dumb website that's got ads. Like I was looking up like a fucking walkthrough for something, and I end up getting like a virus on her supercomputer sort of thing. So you're on PS5. So am I right in saying that like most of the mods that people play, because I do watch a fair bit of Elden Ring streams, most of the mods that people play are PC base, right? There, you can't get the it was the convergence mod or something like that was the big thing a few months ago that everybody was playing. You can only do that on PC, correct? You can't do that on PS5. So, yeah, the PC one's moddable. I'm a I'm a purist. I'm actually not a purist. I'm just saying that because that's all I fucking got. I'm a purist. I like the base game. I've actually not. I've actually played offline and never logged on, so I don't actually have even any of the patches. So I've still got base Radahn back from when he was really hardcore, because that's just how I roll, you know. But yeah, no, it's I just have a PS5 and it's really all I know. So, but you can see like how you could, like on the moddable ones, like you can actually set, just like playing an emulator, you can basically set scenes so you can play and practice the same thing over and over again. And so I quite like that, and it's probably how the guys that are really good at these games, the guys like that play like Bingo Brawlers and all that with this, that's how they get their reps in. That's how they drill the bosses, right? Makes sense. You had to choose Radahn. So did you do the Meteor one, like where he goes to second phase and you run to the edge of the sea or something like that? Is that how I've seen that one done, but I don't know if they patched that or not. I can't remember if they patched that. And there's the thing where you run in and he locks on you. So instead of having to dodge his like gravity arrows, you just run away until he loses targeting on you and then come in from the other side. I've seen that as well. I had no idea what I was doing. So I did it. I can't remember if I did it pre or post patch. Like, you remember when Radahn was like, everybody was like complaining like, this guy's fucking impossible. So I was like right around there. I wonder if I even started it pre-patch and I didn't beat him until post-patch. I can't quite remember how it went, but he was, in my opinion, he was not easy. But I also, like I said before, Elden Ring was my first Souls game, so I didn't even understand what the scaling system was. So I might have been like level 50 or something like that and been doing like a mage class, but had like 20 points into strength and was using a staff. Like or I was doing like a strength build and I'll do a little like, points into faith or something like that, and was just using like a big bonk stick. Like, I didn't understand the scaling system of that. It's one of those things that, like, you look back and go like, wow, I was dumb. I was really dumb. You Scarlet Rotted him and ran away. I know that that's a weakness of his, but I never even thought about doing that. Do you use Rot Dog or something like that for it? Reaper, off to bed. It's 11:30 p.m. Have a wonderful stream. Reaper, great chatting with you, buddy. All the best, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? And I'm definitely going to check out your 10 million Scoville freaking gummy bear VOD when I get off of here, so I'll be sure to leave you a comment on that. And again, if it's on YouTube, I'm on YouTube as well, and I'll definitely leave you a comment there. Or if you've got links to social media, I'll follow you on that. I definitely want to see it. Oh, you use Rot Breath. Copy that. So the other thing is this, I looked at that, I was like, oh, I wonder if this is like the old sort of Volcano Manor town, or if this is in the Shadowlands and we haven't even seen this town at all before, or if this is, I mean, some of it looks like it might be parts of Celia, like the sorcery town. But I think it's a new area that we haven't seen yet, but of course some of the architecture is going to be similar because it's all part of the lands between. So he's saying this. Oh shit! Fucked it. Oh, get fucked with your ads, Ryan Reynolds, you cocksucker. So, reckon that Marika is. That's an interesting point that you brought up about them being triplets. So that would be Marika as the mother of everybody. She was just fucking sleeping her way around the realm, giving birth to kids everywhere. So Melania, Mikola, and Mesmer. There's a lot of M's. A lot of M's and a lot of R's, which makes sense. Radagon and Marika. So I see I fucked it. There we go. This is where I was before I clicked off of it. Are you saying that, Jackie, you saying that because you know? Like, you've heard that? Or is that a theory that you have that it's obscured from vision with the mimic veil? Also, that kind of reminds me of if you've ever watched the show Halo, like it's based on the Xbox game, they talk about going to the Covenant's planet, and it's like hidden in plain sight sort of thing. So they have to go through like a light distortion barrier before they can even see the planet. They basically can't see it until they're there. So they pass through this sort of dilation point to where they almost get like, you know, rendered asunder from reality. Confirmed by Miyazaki. I need to look this stuff up. I only really watched the trailer, and this is the first sort of like reaction or breakdown that I've seen of it. So I watched the trailer when it came out. And that's what I was saying is like, so this is, I'm guessing, supposed to be Mikola's rune, right? A great rune. So it's very sort of like Christian and Muslim sort of integrated. And I wondered what the discussion would bring regarding Mikola, like, because he's presented to us as this sort of pure, idealistic, you know, unsullied God, deity. And is he now, and they talk about him being abandoning his wholesomeness. Is he going to be an enemy that we fight, or is he going to be like an ally that we basically work for him and we work in his service to try and cleanse the lands between? Curious to see what, because it looks like this Mesmer guy is going to be like the main boss, the main sort of antagonist in the DLC. But I wonder what if Mikola could fulfill some of those roles as well. If you look up the map, there's a hole in the middle of it. Are you talking about where like Faram Azula is, like below where Faram Azula is on the map? Is that what you mean? Because of course, like when you look at the outsides of the map, and it's like, you know, the lands beyond the fog and all that, where, you know, some of the tarnish came from. Okay. Subtitles saying America. And who's that then? I mean, it talks about Mikola when this is happening. Is this? I mean, it looks like a woman, but Mikola's presented to us as a sort of feminine type, or androgynous, and they're all kind of like that as well. Marika's kind of like that. Melania's somewhat like that. So is this supposed to be like a symbolic fall from like purity of Mikola? No, right in the middle, you can just see it's just ocean. Okay. Saint Trina's Mikola, so okay. So that's funny because like you get like the different lilies and all that, like you get like the Saint Trina's that makes, is it Saint Trina's makes the sleep pots or something like that? And this is like purple was like gravity, but as well as like when you sleep, the Godskin jewel, they'll have that sort of purple haze, purple haze about them. So is that Miyazaki confirmed as well that Saint Trina and Mikola are the same person? Is that what you're saying? Huh. That's what he's saying as well. Interesting. Like an alter ego. No, just a theory. Well, it could be one of those things to where Saint Trina is, you know, to certain people that it's Mikola, and to another people the same entity as Saint Trina. And so who is this character? Is this just one of the followers? Is this basically us? Or somebody like us that we can get that armor set? Or is this going to be an NPC that we find and talk to, who's basically on the same quest, like a DLC version of Gideon or something like that? I'm interested to see. Ah, fudge. I did it again. What a dickhead. Right, we're right here. So these characters, so I've got some new helmets at least, and armor sets. So yeah, this might be like a new sort of fellowship, like the guys that were in the Round Table Hold. This just might be like a new cohort of them. Like we get like a new deathbed companion character. We get like a new sort of Gideon type character. You know, maybe we get new guys that we can get spells and incantations from as well, or the new move sets, like the new sort of what am I trying to say, like the new classes that we have coming out, like you got like the Kung Fu class basically. Is there a new is there like a new ballista class that comes out, like basically a different bow class that comes out, and maybe these are the gurus or the sages for the move sets that you can get from them. Another theory is that Mesmer is Mikola's body corrupted by Mohg's blood and Mikola's spirit separated. It guides you through the DLC, kind of like Rani became a spirit, basically. That makes sense. I love all the theories. I'm interested to see what Vatavidia, I don't know if you guys ever look at any of his lore videos. I'm really interested to see what what sort of theory he comes up with about it. We ought to change. Oh, and the Crucible Knight stuff as well. Getting the move sets from that is going to be pretty sweet. Alright, good enough. There's some lore. Let's see what Fixture's going to say. There's 12 minutes, takes us up to the end. Oh, we go back at the tree scene and see the veil. Are you talking about how in the sort of the... I think I know what you're talking about. Hang on. Let's watch the trailer again. Obviously with the stream there's going to be like a little bit of a delay, I think, so I'm sure we'll find out what the sort of Godskin vagina was there at some point. So I think we were talking about earlier how like basically the Earth Tree itself is just like basically one big rune of all the bodies that and all the spirits that have come before it. Okay, there's more impaling stuff. That enemy looks like it's going to be chaotic. That reminds me of like the tree spirits that you fight, where the move set is just all over the place. And the bears, the rune bears as well. God, I hate fighting rune bears. So, oh, I missed it. That's all right. Okay. Right. So this is the I'm guessing this is the veil that you're talking about, like from the tree. Like it's basically a literal veil that shields the Shadowlands from the rest of the lands between. So I saw that on the DLC. Like even when the screenshot of it first came out, you could kind of see Mikola, who you assume was Mikola, kneeling in the fields, and you see like the veil basically coming from the Earth Tree. There's a better view coming. Okay, I'll let it roll. This one. Is that what you're talking about there? You can literally see the veils coming down. That makes sense. So it's basically a big sort of one-way canopy covering the Shadowlands. Hiding in plain sight. That's really, it's a pretty common theme. It's like most people's opinion of heaven and the afterlife is it's right here. It's just on a different wavelength or obscured by something. I don't know. I mean, how many times are we going to see her fisting this fucking godskin thing? And basically, I assume it's stealing the essence of godhood from whatever that, you know. And they're just going to keep fucking showing it on a loop. Here, come watch Marika fist this dead godskin. Yeah, so it's obviously we're supposed to go. Fucking, I'm not even touching it. This is what they're doing. Just to show her bracelet. It's the fact that they fucking slow it down and do it again. Please don't do it again. I understand that it's a godskin thing and it's having, you know, the womb is a perfectly natural thing, but come on. I'm not at work right now. I even got the subtitles on. No. Right, yeah, so the tree roots are, and the tree itself is basically made up of bodies and the spirits of the dead. Next time you play, look in the middle of the six towers. They're placed in a hexagon. If you draw, they'll converge in the middle of the ocean. So I've seen stuff like that before, and I had just assumed that it was for Amazula that they were basically all pointing towards. But that is super interesting. I wish I could call up the map right now. Actually, I can call up the map. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about, how Limgrave and Caelid and everything basically sort of all sort of rotates all the way around this ocean to where it's probably not an ocean at all, right? Dark Nova, welcome in. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. We're doing good, Nova. How are you? The scale of the map is what kind of confuses me. Like when you look at it and you run through the lands with Torrent, and then you see you get the map, and you're like, oh, this is a big fucking map. And then when you get transported to the capital, and you're like, oh my god, you see the distance, the difference in the distance. But then if you're up on Stormvale Castle or something, and you look around, you can see. And you can see this from the first step as well. You can see all the way to the Giant's Forge. Up on Stormvale, you can see all the way to Caelid, but you can see all the way to Caria Manor. You can see again all the way to the Bestial Sanctum, and you can see all the way to the Giant's Forge. And it's like, it's far away, but you can still sort of see it. So the scale of it kind of confuses me a little bit. Oh, we're just watching some Elden Ring DLC stuff, some like fan theory stuff, and some of the guys that are big on Elden Ring lore to see what their takes are on it. So this was the original Mikola that we saw in Mohg's Palace. So, and it was almost like we were led to believe that he was dead or something, but just sleeping, or not even. This was just like an ethereal, like a corporeal form of a Mikola, like basically a cocoon, but his spirit wasn't there in the first place. Watching TV, what are we watching? Oh. Audio's fine, but the visual's all laggy. Well, shit. I've probably got too much going on. Let me look at. My upload is fine, so I've got 7,000 kbs on OBS. I wonder if it's because I'm running too many programs here. Let's see if I can try and shut stuff down. Sorry about that, fellas and ladies. Yes. I've got 5,000, hang on, 5,047. My drop frames are 0.3%. So yeah, it's jumping between 47, 49, 5,400, 5,297. So yeah, I don't know. Shit, where'd you guys go? There you are. 5,500 is about as high as Twitch likes. See if I can refresh this here. Yeah, I'm watching it on my OBS and it is a little bit laggy. My YouTube's actually lagging a little bit. I mean, it's all speculation at this point, isn't it? I mean, that's the whole point. That's the whole fun of it until we get an actual answer. But even, you know how the FromSoft stuff goes. You don't even get like a straight answer from Miyazaki anyway. Like the Bloodborne stuff is still up to a huge amount of interpretation. I haven't played Dark Souls yet, but I do own it. I just haven't got around to playing it. But I think it's deliberate. It has to be deliberate. I mean, we're still talking about Bloodborne lore to this day and debating it. And that's what they want. They don't want to give us all the answers. We're like, oh, that's what it was. Because then half of us are not going to like what it was. Half of us are not going to like, well, I didn't like that story arc. I wish they would have done this. Here, it's left up to your own interpretation. It's like the Game of Thrones thing. Like, it's almost going to be better if George R.R. Martin doesn't finish the last book and, you know, just dies and leaves us all sort of wondering what it would be and how great it could have been. And then you get his kids and grandkids coming out and slowly but surely leaking out some of these manuscripts. But that's just my sort of opinion. It's almost like when we get the answers, we're just not happy with the answers. Not perfect, but better. Like I say, it could just be Serenity. It could just be my upload speeds or something right now. I am hardlined in, and it's late at night. My wife is, she's a she's a data scientist, so she's usually uploading like hundreds of gigabytes at a time. So there's not really much I can do with streaming when she's doing stuff like that. But she's in bed, so it's not anything that she's doing that's messing with me. Well, I think that's probably it for the night. We never actually played a fucking minute of game. I've got, I can probably show you, I've got the game queued up and we're on the pause screen, but we never did anything with it. So basically where we're at with Ellie is we just, for the first time, we got the boat and we're going through, we just killed all the people in the dock and we got the boat and we're heading towards the aquarium. But we're not going to play any of the night. So like I say, I'm working a trade tomorrow, so I'm working for somebody else tomorrow. I'm off Friday. We're doing our citizenship party on Friday. Like today was my my ceremony for my becoming a US citizen for the first time. For the first time, I don't have to go through the different line in the airport. But so I'll be going back to Scotland in the fall, so that's going to be really nice to come back over here and just be able to not be fingered at the airport when I come back over. Hey, Trends, thanks for the congratulations. I appreciate it. So tomorrow I'm on shift. Friday we're having a bunch of people over at the house for our sort of citizenship party. My wife's got me like some stars and stripes sort of get up, so I'm going to basically look like a walking flag, which some people frown upon, like the use of the flag stuff and all that. Got myself a pair of Apollo Creed shorts that I'm going to wear, and we're going to do burgers and brats and a typical American backyard party. Weather permitting, it's supposed to be here in the Midwest. It's been pretty stormy the last few weeks, and it's calling for storms on Friday. But we'll see how it goes. Indoors or outdoors. Jack, shoot me a DM sometime. We'll chat more about Elden Ring. Great chatting with you, man. Absolutely, I'll do that. Yeah, and if you can go ahead and shoot me one as well, just so we start the line of conversation, because my head is up my arse these days. So. Seriously, I work for an airline. I can fast track you to a fingering if you like. I'm all set on that. I was like, we went for lunch today, and I had my kilt on and stuff like that. And the lady was like, "Oh, what's the occasion?" I was like, "Oh, a citizenship thing." And I was like, we're celebrating me not having to get fingered at the airport anymore. And my 12-year-old son's just like, "Fucking Dad, stop." So I think it's my life's goal to just embarrass my 12-year-old son. I don't do it deliberately, but it's like a perk of being a dad. You know what I'm saying? All right, but let me know if you change your mind. No. I'm in. I'll Oh, I was getting my wires crossed here. I was like, he's talking about the shoot me a DM. We'll talk about Elden Ring. Hey, fast track the fingering. See what I mean? That's the early sort of onset of Alzheimer's and dementia is starting to show. So, all right, I'm gonna raid you guys out of here. If you guys are following the train, go and give your love and support to Mr. Price is Right. I assume that's who is still online right now. If you guys are part of Streamers Paradise, get in there, get involved in the chat, get involved in the trains, and you will get so much out of it. But you're only going to get out of it what you put in. You're only going to make these connections by being proactive and putting yourself out there. And that's my soapbox moment over. So, you guys, new followers, thanks for coming in and following. New chatters, thanks for chatting. Great Elden Ring chat. Like I loved it. Firstly, hey Darth, how you doing? We're just about to raid out to Mr. Price is Right, but yeah, good to see you. I hope you had a fantastic day. We'll be at work tomorrow, but potentially back online on Friday, maybe before the party starts, or we might do a little bit of a live stream of the party. Mind you, I might be a little bit too inebriated for it, but anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. Take care. See you next time.